Hello, everyone. This is Josh from the Wrestling With The Willeys podcast. I'm here to talk about Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. And let me explain that it's free. There's creation tools that help you record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. They go through Apple Podcasting and pretty much anywhere that sets up podcasting for you. Also, you can make your money from with your podcast too. And it doesn't take that much at all for you to be able to do it too. So it's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. If you guys are interested, just go to the app in both the iOS and the Android store, or you could go to their website at anchor.fm. Thank you and have a good day.
All right, welcome everybody. We're doing the next episode of the Wrestling With The Willeys podcast. Today we are finally joined by a woman.
Yeah,
Elaine's on the show with Jeremy. Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually have a woman.
Yeah, most of it was like because we were watching the pay-per-view all together, and then I just overheard. Overheard. Yeah, overheard. Hey, I overheard. But anyway, I overheard her shit talking when it comes to Charlotte. So we get to talk about, I'm going to let her fly when we're talking about the women's Royal Rumble match. But anyway, we're talking about Royal Rumble and how there was only 6 matches on the card. But it's kind of weird, too. We might as well mention the kickoff show. We never fucking watch it, especially if you guys have listened to any of the podcasts before. We usually don't fucking watch them because they usually always have the shit matches on there, or they're like, hey, this match, there you go. You get to be in there. So this one, I didn't even know the title changes hands and shit. I hear it during the women's Royal Rumble. Oh, yeah. Lacey Evans sabotaged Charlotte winning or losing the tag belts. I was like, what? It's like, you didn't even show a damn hype package before, nothing, I didn't see jack shit. So anyway, it was Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Charlotte and Asuka, and they lost the belts to Shayna and Nia Jax with Lacey Evans' help, which it looks like that's going to be a match that's on the WrestleMania card, and I do not care.
Which shocks the hell out of me. Like I keep saying, I don't know why they keep giving Nia Jax shit. Because
and
she hurt everybody she is in a match with. I mean, the last time on Raw, not even a week ago, she slams Dana Brooke on her head, trying to do this stupid power bomb slash.
I don't know if she was trying to do that in the mode where she just or she was trying to do a new finisher or something. I mean, I would have thought that it was kind of cool, but also at the same time, it's a lot of wasted motion. It's like, hey, I'm going to powerbomb you, and then hold on, I'm going to grab you in the air while I powerbomb you to chokeslam you. It's definitely something that you would probably see in WWE 2K17 or 16, I think, where they gave you the ability to pick the people up in power bombs and move them around the ring and power bomb them outside the ring. One of these days, I'm gonna have to talk about the best wrestling games ever type of shit, because there's a lot of hate for me for the new current ones. But anyway, that's beside the point. But that's what Nia Jax's move seemed like, and I'm like, that's why we might as well get it out of the way. I was going to mention it at the end of the episode, but knowing that we're talking about Nia Jax again, I'm going to do a special podcast version next week where we pretty much essentially shit on fucking Nia Jax for an hour.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm honestly kind of tired of seeing her, and I've been tired of seeing her in the top picture for a while. I think, especially ever since she punched Becky Lynch in the face, and then acting like, "Oh, sorry, it's just part of wrestling." No, it's not just part of wrestling. You need to like
Yeah,
be
not
more.
that many people. Not that many people just legit like sock you in the face unless it's like Bruiser Brody time, where Bruiser Brody used to beat the shit out of people if he felt like they didn't respect his character. Come on, man.
Elaine, you know I watch this a lot, and I know you don't, but you've seen those instances that I've talked about with Nia Jax. So,
well, yeah, and plus, if you're someone that's not, I mean, if you're obviously not doing things right and you're hurting people, I mean, that's a problem.
Yep. And so we'll talk more in depth about it next week anyway. But like you're just getting it out there while we were talking about it. But anyway, so first match was Drew versus Goldberg. Pretty much a squash match. I think it should have went a lot quicker than it was. I think he should have just like Claymore'd him like 3 times and been done.
You say that, but the funny thing is, how long do you think that match actually went?
Probably
like 5
like
minutes,
3 or 4 minutes or something.
It wasn't long. 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seemed very short.
I don't even know if they counted the spear into the barricade as like part of it, but I'm assuming that they did.
But yeah, 2.5 minutes. So I don't know if they counted from when they rang the bell to when it ended.
Well, that's why I'm assuming that they wouldn't have counted it during the ring of the bell.
Because it seemed a lot longer than 2.5 minutes. That's why I was surprised when I read the time.
Well, I mean, you know how Goldberg matches are.
Well, I know they're mostly all
within
fast,
like 2 or 3 minutes.
But what I'm getting at is the whole thing. Like when they came out to the end.
Oh, yeah, with the entrance. They probably added the fucking hype package. They added the hype package of like when he came out and he was like, oh, yeah, this is for respect and this and that.
But that match went how it should have. I think it was a stupid match to have.
And then when I saw the hype package where they're like, oh, yeah, he hasn't lost in any of the matches that he's been in since he came back. And I was like, okay, so hopefully that means that Drew's winning, because I don't really give a fuck about another Goldberg reign. Well, yeah. Because I've had the conversation where we don't need to be having part-timers have the fucking belt anymore, and that even goes into the end of this damn fucking show, which I'm gonna kind of shit on, but that'll be like later in the podcast, really. But anyway, so whatever it was that it was, so at least the right person won.
Well, I know what Elaine's. I want to hear what Elaine has to say about this match, and what I want to hear is what she told me sitting in the room.
Oh, well, it was so memorable to me that I totally forgot as we were watching later in the show. I totally forgot that match even happened. So a big impression there.
Oh, yeah. And then I think...
or if you hear a dog in the background, my dog is dreaming. So
yeah, I'm sure. Just dreaming.
No, she is. She's asleep and she's kind of barking.
Oh, yeah, being like, whoa.
But that wasn't really what I was talking about. I remember there was a kilt comment that I'm just kidding. You don't need to.
I see what you're saying. How I said I could like a guy in a kilt. Yeah. You know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
I mean, especially fucking Drew's so damn
slow. So my wife likes her some Drew McIntyre. No, I'm just
but what's it called? Okay, so then it's a shame for most of the regular matches I didn't really care for.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Sasha versus Carmella one, the one that was the month prior, was way better than this one was. Even though that I like the counters and stuff like that they did in this match, I thought was cool and inventive. But also at the same time, it's like when you're trying to tell a story like different, and this was like another like straight up like regular match instead of like something different. Like, oh yeah, DQ matches, like fucking whatever. If Reginald got in the way, then she would lose the title belt or like lose the match or some shit. They've done something different. instead of just doing a legit straight up match, I think I probably wouldn't have been like, oh my God, I'm so tired of this shit. Like, because I was kind of like, and I love fucking Sasha and Carmella, but I was just bored.
Well,
Kind
Carmella
of.
needs
Like,
to.
because I wasn't really paying attention to it.
Carmella needs to. I don't know. She needs to learn how to sell stuff a little better or something. She kind of had a few little mistakes in there to me that kind of stuck out.
Oh
so.
yeah, like that one where they were trying to pick each other. Or no, never mind. I was thinking about that was during the women's match. I think with Bianca Belair.
You're thinking the same thing, because there was a part where Sasha Banks had Carmella behind her, and Carmella went to grab her arm.
Yeah, like she had the one arm,
that's
and she
what it
kind of
was.
went. I'm like, you need to make it more like Sasha's trying to grab you. Like that doesn't look right. Like, and then also when somebody's trying to like punch you at your stomach, like actually wait till it looks like they're actually punching you before you jump backwards. Like,
oh yeah, I think that's the problem when it comes to, because I imagine if I was a wrestler, I think that would be the main problem that I would have trying to do things, is trying to make it look legit, like you're actually trying to hit. Yeah, like trying to time it right and trying to make it look like it hurts, but also not hurt the other person, right?
Yeah.
I would think that I would spend more time trying to focus on doing that than like in the like just period,
that's what I talk about.
than I would on doing the actual matches and shit. It would just be trying to get it into muscle memory where it doesn't look like it's awkward. Because there's certain people that do that where it makes it look awkward, where they miss a step throughout their match, and you could see that they missed a step, but then you got to keep going throughout it. Like that's like also in the women's match with who was it? Bianca Belair was lifting somebody. I forgot who. That was the main botched thing that I saw. It was like she was. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. It was like Naomi and her, and then eventually they fixed it by doing a double cartwheel thing, which I thought was cool. But that's why I said that this match was okay, and I knew who was gonna win, so it was like, why in the fuck should I care? I was kind of more like, hurry up and get to the Royal Rumble matches. Well, that's how I was with all the matches. The problem. Like, let's get to the Royal Rumble.
And I'm gonna tout the fact that I talk about Sasha all the time being, you were talking about the selling and being the most difficult to do. Sasha's the best, I would say, the best at it in wrestling out of anybody. I don't know if there's anybody else that sells better than she does. And I'm talking about on both sides.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, there's some guys that I still think could, I don't know, be on par with Sasha at least. I don't know. I would have to see like a match between her and like we were talking about how like it would have been cool if Becky would have came in and during the men's Royal Rumble because the man thing. But like, I don't know. That's kind of a tough thing because I've seen a lot of good sellers out there. So I'm like, I understand why you would think that. I just don't know.
I'm just saying right now. I mean, in comparison to others, there's definitely not one female out there that sells better than she does. Not one.
Oh yeah. And that does great matches with just about everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
too.
She's been touted for a long time and having the best matches. She's been involved in most of them. I mean, so there's a reason, right? So, but yeah, I think Carmella, she's good, but she's not great, and I think that's what in those situations, and that's what. I guess that's what makes AJ so good, though, is because AJ Styles, because he can elevate.
He could do a great match with just about
even
anybody.
If they're shitty wrestlers that he can elevate them, and that's what Sasha can kind of do.
That's what she could
but
do.
Not,
yeah,
I don't think as good as AJ, but her selling ability still.
Yeah, and I don't know if like Charlotte could do the same thing.
I don't think so because.
Like a lot of people say, like Charlotte's the best out of
Charlotte
all
botches
the
too much to me.
But like,
I always
that's what I'm saying. It's like I know that Sasha does that every once in a while, like botches moves or whatever. But I'm like, I definitely think that Charlotte botches more moves than Sasha does. Like that. So, and especially I've had more like matches with Sasha that I've enjoyed more than ones with Charlotte in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like Charlotte versus Rhea. I didn't. I'm like I liked, but like I would have probably loved it if it was Sasha and Rhea though.
I find Charlotte hard,
or Sasha and
yeah,
Asuka.
I've said it in the past. I find Charlotte hard to watch. It's like I don't know if it's because of the way she carries herself in the ring or what, but it's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but I just watching her, and it might be because her way of wrestling is the same all the time. Like literally, she goes into a match. You were talking about, and we'll get to it later, but Roman Reigns kind of wrestles his match. I almost feel that Charlotte does the same thing. Like, in her matches, they kind of go the same way every time.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's like more like them thing or if it's a WWE thing. That's the thing. It's like, because like I've seen a lot better matches with Jon Moxley since he left. I've seen a lot better matches with Luke Harper, but I mean, Luke Harper, rest in peace. Like he did good matches with everybody too. So, I mean, like, that's why I say, like, them saying that she's the pinnacle of the women's division, like they're saying that she's the best when it comes to the wrestling thing. I have to disagree. I like Charlotte wrestling, but they overexpose her. They like she does decent matches or good matches with everybody, but I definitely think Sasha does better grade wrestling matches than Charlotte does. And that's why I say that we're already getting into the Royal Rumble match, so we might as well open up the floor to Elaine for her to shit on Charlotte for I don't know how long. But I just wanted her to fucking send out the vitriol because I thought it was hilarious.
I don't know. I just don't care for her. And I feel like she just uses her like, because her whole persona is like off of what her dad did or something. And it just bugs me. It's like, be your own person for God's sake. And plus it always seems like she wins everything. And it's like, seriously? I mean, what about the other people? Come on. Like, she's not that great. I just don't care for her. I'd rather see other people.
And I agree too. It's like that's a problem when it comes to a lot of the stuff that's on there too. Is that they try to like they're like, oh yeah, she's the best or whatever. But like they were talking about on an episode of Raw a couple of weeks ago, she was in 3 damn storylines. Really? You got like fucking other people that you could fucking push, and you're pushing Charlotte in 3 fucking things on Raw. Nobody needs to see Charlotte fucking 3 times. You got 200 fucking people on your roster, and you're pushing one girl.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, because that's of who her dad is. That's all. It's because Ric Flair's kid.
And that's why I'm saying, like, a lot of people end up shitting on, or like WWE has a habit to say, no, I had to work harder because of my father, blah, blah.
Whatever.
Fucking, yeah, right.
Bullshit.
You know how many 2nd and 3rd generation wrestlers that they have over there that have been there for over 10 years, where they've had more of a spot than fucking half the dudes on the roster? Holy shit. Randy Orton. Okay, let's just spout him off right now. Randy Orton. There was Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes. They were both on there for a long ass fucking time until Cody just fucking wanted to leave. Then there was Tamina. Then there was Nia Jax, which, holy shit, that's definitely talking about preferential treatment on that one. And then I'm trying to think of all. They were talking about Santana Garrett and then Tessa Blanchard. But, like, also at the same time, they're kind of not in there. Natalya, definitely, because she's been, like, one of the main go-to people on SmackDown or Raw. Whenever even she was number 30 on the fucking Royal Rumble. Did you think you really needed to have Natalya there? You could have fucking put Alexa in that spot or anybody else in that spot.
Yeah, but you know what? But you know
completely
what? You
fine.
can't crap on Natalia though, because I mean, I feel bad for her though, and I know you probably don't watch these shows, but what is that show called, Jeremy, with the ladies on it that we watch?
I know Total Divas.
The Total Divas. Like, you know, you find out that like they basically use her all the time to train everybody and shit, but they won't give her anything or whatever. I mean, they won't do anything with her, and that's bullshit too.
Well, that's why I say like that. That's why I'm saying is like it's kind of fucked up because I mean they've given her a position, but it's like I've talked about it before too. Is that they don't really try to like. It seems like she's sitting in a spot that they're like fine with. They're like, oh yeah, no matter what, she could get good matches out of these people. She could train these people. She could do all this shit, but she doesn't need a whiff of the title belt.
Yeah, she doesn't get any of the glory.
Be a heel or a face whenever. It's kind of like Big Show, like where they just put them in a role whenever they needed them to, and that's the type of bullshit that how it is, because it's like doing the women's Royal Rumble. I forgot what number Charlotte came in at, but I know it was high. It was like 26 or 24 or some shit, like up on it. And it's like, really? Did you really have to be like fucking there? And she was the last three. Yeah. Oh, was it 15? Okay. I'm sorry. But anyway, that's still higher than some of the other people that were on
that's still halfway
out of it. But still, and she lasted at the end. She was like the last third of three people that were in the ring. It's like, really? Do you think Charlotte needs to be at the end?
Especially when she had a match earlier in the night.
She could have, as soon as Charlotte Flair or as soon as Lacey Evans came out, it was like I talked about this with y'all. It would have been fucking hilarious. Under that damn robe, she was like wearing a damn Ric Flair inspired thing that said Nature Boy on her ass.
That would have been funny.
That would have been fucking hilarious. And then she would have cheated to get Charlotte out of the ring, right? Like she could have fucking done, like Ric Flair could have done something. Lacey Evans came in, knocked her out. They could have fucking put literally anybody in the third position, and it wouldn't have changed a fucking thing in the match. That's the only thing that I shit on that whole Royal Rumble match, because I think that it was the match of the night.
Oh, it was the match of the night, but I think they missed a golden opportunity, and I mentioned this with Alexa Bliss, because that's the number one thing they've got on Raw right now is her transformations. And they didn't even show it, which they should have at least gone there and let her go further. But no, what they do is she gets eliminated after a minute. And doesn't even...
Oh, yeah. She did like fucking barely anything in the match. She like wrecked house a little bit, but then her transformation started going. And then they're like, fling you
every week about how she transforms into the bad chick.
But they had to use that time so that we could show the stupid Charlotte thing and how they got her out and her laughing and I don't know. I just can't stand her. It's like her whole identity. She comes out in the robe thing like her dad did. I'm like, really? That's really original. Come on.
Yeah. And I mean, like that same goes for Natalia. Natalia takes the fucking best there is, best there was shit.
True.
I've talked about it before too. She does that a little bit more, and it would be nice if she did a spin on it, right? It's like one thing if you like take it, but it's another thing when you make it your own type of thing. And Charlotte's never done that with her gimmick, right? Like she's done the Ric Flair thing. She come out in the robes and stuff like that, and been kind of Ric Flair, but not at the same time. She's never really done like a dirtiest player in the game.
And the funny thing is,
right, where
when she first came out in NXT, she was just Charlotte. She wasn't Charlotte Flair. She was just Charlotte, and she was not even tied to Ric Flair when she first started, and then. It's like that's what she felt she needed to become who she is.
I mean, also at the same time, you don't know, like we don't know if like Triple H wasn't like, because it seemed like they were kind of building to that because of the Natalya versus Charlotte match where she won the. I think it was vacated at the time because it was from Paige. Paige just won the Divas Championship from AJ. And then she relinquished the Divas or the NXT title. So then they did a match between Charlotte and Natalia for it, where they had them both in the corners. So I don't know if it was a Triple H thing, or if they were, or if she pitched it, or whatever. That's the main thing I don't know about the wrestling industry. Is like I don't know exactly who pitches certain things unless they come out on a podcast, start talking about it, right? But like, still, I mean, like, it would have been nice if she would have been like, "Yeah, I was against it for the longest time." Then they were like, "Oh yeah, let's do this shit," blah blah blah, and then they decided to do it. But like, I don't know. She just hasn't tried. Like, especially, she's more like a vanilla version of Ric Flair, right? Like, I know that, and I'm not shitting on her because she's fucking a female either. It's just that she kind of like, if you're taking the image of Ric Flair and making it your own. I like the theme song, how she blended it with her own, right? Like that, because I think that was the same theme that they changed around. I think it was her original theme, but they added the Ric Flair stuff into it for the longest. Like, I think it was after she won the DVS Championship.
If she was gonna take that role on persona wise, her promos suck. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. She ain't like as close as good on promos.
She talks so damn slow. It's like when she says things, even her woo is slow. If you listen to when she woos, it's slow. It's not like the Nature Boy woo. It's
woo. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's been certain times where like I liked one of her promos, right? But it's never been like a Ric Flair one where it's like I've heard it and I was like, fucking, you get chills or whatever, and you're like, I believe what he's saying, right? Like the dirtiest player in the game thing where he said it like so many fucking times, where he's like the jet stealing, wheeling, dealing shit, that type of stuff she's never had. So it's like that's the only thing that she's missing is something of her own. That's why I'm like all this shit, and then them spouting her as she's the best kills me.
Lessons from Lacey Evans and how to promo.
Oh yeah, Lacey Evans is pretty dope.
She's even good on her stuff.
Like I still think she isn't super great when it comes to her wrestling. But like her promos or her character is a lot better. She like sticks to a lot of kayfabe too, that which I respect. Like how like even after like there's been videos where I've seen her meet people and then she acts like she's like, oh, I don't want to touch you type of shit. Where she's like acting like even afterwards, kind of like MJF, where like if he did a meet and greet, he would still be a dick to you no matter what.
I remember when her and I mentioned, I think I may have mentioned it to you at one point when Peyton and her were really trying to hype their tag team, and she posted something on Twitter and it was freaking hilarious. And I'm like, because they were continuing their whole thing on Twitter, and I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was freaking funny. It was.
Yeah, it's just kind of like how the whole thing. I think the one reason why Becky Lynch went super huge was how she was shitting on fucking Ronda constantly, and she was jabbing at her like, and she was hilarious every single time. And ever since then, she just hasn't had the same thing when it comes to anybody else. But anyway, there was a lot of cool moments in the Royal Rumble match.
True.
Anyway, like the Billie Kay thing where she was giving out the fucking resume to people.
Yeah, that was funny.
Was fucking hilarious. Holy shit. If she does that all the time, I wish that she did that for every single person that came out to the ring. Like whenever she came out, like even if she was at number one, she's just sitting there chilling. Or like even before she was called, she's just sitting there and just waiting until people come out, and then she's like, "Hey, here's my resume. I want a tag team partner." Blah blah blah, and all of them shit on her every time. That would have been dope. But like they had, like there was a lot cooler moments in the women's match rather than the men's match. because there was a lot of cool spots. Like I noticed, like I was talking about this too, like how Bianca Belair won, but like also all the moments I thought, like, because they showed her like almost getting knocked out several times, so I thought that at one point she was gonna lose it, right? Because she was close, like at least 6 or 7 times, probably throughout the match. So, like, I honestly didn't think she was going to win because everybody was pointing to Rhea Ripley winning. So I was because they were like, "Oh yeah, this is going to be our main roster thing," blah blah blah. So I actually thought that she was going to be winning, especially when it was down to them too. I was like, I thought that it was a shoo-in that Rhea was going to win, and then turns out I was wrong.
Well, you were close.
But
mean,
like,
she came
that's why I'm saying like. Oh yeah, and I'm still fine with either person winning too. I just was surprised knowing that it was Bianca Belair the one. So now I'm intrigued with who she actually wrestles against. If it's going to be Sasha or if it's going to be Asuka, but I guess we'll find out in a couple of days.
Sasha.
Yeah, that's what I would assume too, because I think she's on the same brand that the Street Profits are on, right?
She's on SmackDown, so I would bet she'd go after Sasha.
And that would probably be a dope match anyway. But what's it called?
Because I think they're leaning towards Becky coming back and facing Asuka at WrestleMania because she
and it could be they could totally do that tomorrow too. And then she's like, "Hey, I'm done being a mommy for now. I want that belt back," type of shit. So that pretty much writes itself. But what's it called? So yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that was in the match. Like Naomi kind of like did her move. I thought that was funny with Bianca Belair, like how she used her hair to prop herself up, and then at one point they were using each other's momentum to get back into the ring.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That was cool. That's what I was saying. A lot more better moments in this pay-per-view was with the women's rather than the men's, which was shocking to me. But I mean, not like I would think that the women's match is trash, but I just definitely thought that it was the best match.
I think they could have done without Alicia Fox, but
oh yeah, definitely fucking anybody else instead of a fucking Alicia Fox. Holy shit! Even though it was pretty funny with the 24/7 championship thing that happened, where I mean, granted, I don't think she needed to win that shit. I would have much rather had literally anybody win that belt off of him rather than her. But
Rosenberg guy
that's a story for another day.
Even worse.
Oh yeah, that's what I was like. Oh shit! So now he's gonna be in the record books for being a fucking 24/7 champion. That's why I say like that's just a shit championship. They're just giving it to anybody, literally anybody that can. Like, I'm like, dude, can I be on TV so I could roll somebody up and be a fucking champion?
If this podcast is popular enough, they might have us on
TV. Yeah, I don't know. That'll take a while, I'm sure. But what's it called? So, yeah, probably I would probably say that this was... It's so funny because in the best of 2020, I, like, marked the Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens match like highly on it, and then this one was like my least favorite. Like it was definitely my least favorite Roman Reigns Kevin Owens match, just because it was too fucking slow.
Yeah,
I love Kevin Owens, but it was way too fucking slow. Yeah, that's what I think. That's the main thing, and it had a crappy finish. Like, okay. Kevin Owens gets handcuffed at one point during Raw or whenever it was. I forgot when. Oh, yeah, it was during a steel cage match that they did. And then he lost to it. Okay, so you know that he's going to get comeuppance from it. But, okay, they end it where he handcuffs him. And then at one point he knocks out the referee. Okay, that's cool. So they're both, like, recovering. And then Paul Heyman, instead of Jey Uso coming out, or even Paul Heyman coming out with a fucking damn the cutters to just cut the fucking chain off, No, Paul Heyman has the key, even though that there were handcuffs that Kevin Owens had. It's like, really? I get that most handcuffs have like the same type of key, but fucking kayfabe, man. At least to a certain degree. At least have somebody. Don't have Paul Heyman just, hey, I found the key. And then they took like 20 minutes to uncuff him, where like at one point he was squatting to make sure that he didn't, like, he was technically standing for them to unlock his fucking damn handcuffs. It's like, dude, how about next time don't put it in a spot where it's hard for them to uncuff you?
Yeah, it was pretty lame. I mean,
Like,
I barely watched that match because again, I have
yeah,
seen it
that's
3
what I
other
was saying.
times. Regardless of this being a last man standing match, almost every single spot was done in their previous matches. Like even throwing him off the side of the
one
Thunderdome
in the
thing,
last match
that happened before on SmackDown or whatever, and it's like,
yeah, so you don't really care about it because you've already seen that shit already. So, like, that's by far like my least favorite like match that was on the card. I mean, not saying that it wasn't a bad match either. It's just I hate matches when they end in crappy, stupid finishes, man. Like every time, no matter what it is, party chat goes out or the battery
I
went
think
out on your thing.
I didn't mute my TV and Jeff logged on and it made the noise, so I muted. Sorry about that.
But once again, no, it's all good anyway. I think most people are gonna be like, "What the hell was that?" But yeah, like I don't know, it was so boring. Holy shit, it was so boring. Like, and I don't want to take disrespect to the guys, but like, I want to be wowed and shit. And it's like, okay, this looks exactly the same as last month's, and then they ended it in crappy fashion. So there's that, guys. I've rated the other one highly, and then I've rated this one fucking super low.
Yeah.
What did you think of it, Elaine?
I thought it was slow and boring.
Well, she spent a lot of the time cleaning during this match, if I remember right. Yeah, because
A part
I
of
kept
it.
calling her back in the room, and she goes, "I gotta do stuff. I'm not missing anything." So basically,
yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh yeah. And I guess I should mention the Bad Bunny song, but like I don't really care.
Did you listen
like
to it? 'Cause I
I'm
skipped
one
it.
of the main people that I listened to a little bit because I was like, it's time to skip, and then you're like, no, we're not skipping it. I'm like, it's the Bad Bunny song, and then eventually like miscommunication happened, so I started watching the thing, even though I'm like, I don't know what he's saying. Okay, and then I see random ass Booker T just sitting there. And it's like, you gotta get that song up. It's like, why was he even out there? I don't understand why he was even there in the first place. Well, whatever. Like, there you go. Celebrity thing. 10 years from now, they're going to be like, Bad Bunny wins the fucking Celebrity Hall of Fame thing because he dove on people. It's like, okay, there you go. I'm sure that they probably paid him like fucking $10,000 or however much just to do that. Just to show up and then shit on other people. But anyway, the one that I thought was going to be the best one probably turned out to be like the kind of crappy one. It had some cool moments. Let me say, fucking Carlito, I popped huge for it. Jeremy knows. I was like, dude, fucking finally, especially off of him talking about on Twitter or wherever he was talking about it. And maybe it was a podcast or some shit where he was talking about, I was telling Jeremy about, but they were talking about how I don't want to show up. I don't want to drive all the way this way for like a 10-minute spot and then go home afterwards and not get really paid for it. I would much rather want to wrestle if I'm going to do anything. So maybe him saying that, Vince was like, okay, we could have you in the Royal Rumble, So that was dope. And Carlito looked really good. Like, it seemed crazy. Like, I don't even know if he wrestles on the indies right now or not. Like, I definitely know that he ain't on AEW or Impact or any of those. It seems like once he quit WWE, he kind of quit. I mean, I don't know if he went to the indies or not, but I could search for that, but I don't feel like it at the moment. But anyway, so they had cool moments like that, and the fucking Christian by far, I thought was dope. Like, I don't think that they really need to spoil the Edge and Orton thing happening number 1 and number 2. They're like, oh yeah, sold on sports. Edge is number 1, Orton's number 2. I'm like, I don't really care. I'd have probably popped harder for Edge and Orton at first if I didn't know it was happening. Like, when they tell me the fucking day of, I don't really care. I'm like, oh shit, fucking Edge and Orton, yay. Especially Orton. I don't really care if I ever see him wrestle again. Just saying. I like Orton, but most of his damn matches have been kind of shit for me lately. I'm just like, okay. Especially, I thought it was going to be funny if he showed up in Lucha Face, still burnt, but then, of course, he didn't. There was no problems. Probably because he didn't want to wrestle a 45-minute long match with
Well,
a
he
Lucha
didn't wear the
mask
mask at the end of Raw when he RKO'd Alexa either. He was just red.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Come on, just keep the damn Lucha mask on. I wanted Lucha
I
Orton.
didn't say you
Okay,
couldn't have him.
can
What
I
I'm
just
saying
get
is
Lucha
that he
Orton?
probably didn't.
I want
Probably
hashtag
want
Lucha Orton trending.
them.
I want Orton to see Lucha Orton.
Hashtag Lucha Orton.
Cowboy Lucha
Randy
Orton.
Lucha. Lucha Randy.
Fucking have the Lucha mask on and a fake cast. You know, might as well do some flippy shit in there. You know, have a dot dive. You know, but but anyway, I definitely was hoping that Daniel Bryan would have finally got his fucking win. That's like the only thing that he's missing right now. I think I talked about it when we were watching it. That it's like the only time that Daniel Bryan hasn't won something. It's like King of the Ring, which they probably would never give him anyway, because it seems like it tends to go towards the heels. But or the Royal Rumble. I think those are the two things that he hasn't done yet. He's like gotten all the other titles, I think. Maybe not the
Yeah, he
Universal
talked
title
about the
belt, but
fact that he
I don't know
hasn't
for sure.
gotten the
I'd have to look that up.
Royal Rumble yet. He cut that promo.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like he should have gotten it, but like it is what it is, you know. Like I can't like sit and be like, "Hey Vince, just do it, man, just do it." But that's the lame part. Like I liked how Shinsuke was in there and certain people. It was and like Damian Priest, they kind of looked kind of strong in there, even though that at one point I forgot who eliminated him. Wasn't it like Strowman or something that got rid of him or something?
Got rid of who?
I forgot who got rid of him.
Oh, Daniel
But I was
Bryan.
like, man, damn it. Daniel Bryan, yeah. Oh yeah, never mind. It was Corbin. That's who. I was like, fucking
Yeah,
of all
was,
people, fucking
no,
Corbin.
Seth Rollins got rid
I
of him.
don't care about King Corbin. Get the fuck. Oh, I thought it was King Corbin though. Like because King Corbin got rid of him. Who was the other guy that he got rid of? I know he got rid of like
Corbin
2 or
got
3
rid of
people.
Otis.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, he got rid of Otis too? Damn, I didn't see that
oh,
shit.
But
yeah, it seems like Christian and
Otis is who I see on there.
Oh, well, whatever. Like, I was just hoping that he would have lasted at least a lot longer or something. But like, once Daniel Bryan left, it was like I was telling you, I was like, oh well, I don't care if any of these people survive then.
Before it
like,
started,
because it was like Strowman, Seth. I think it was Strowman, Seth, Riddle. Because I think AJ was out at the time, and then it was Edge and Christian, and then Orton. And then I was like, why would I care to see any of these people? Like, Edge has won, like, I think he's won the Royal Rumble once before, maybe. I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought he did. And then Christian, I knew that he wasn't going to go for the belt. Orton, I was like, definitely a fucking hard pass on that one. Good Lord. I don't want to see Drew and Orton again, you know? And then, what's it called? Then I was like, Strowman already won. So I'm like, I don't care to see that. So really, there was only like a few people. I would have seen AJ. It would have been dope if AJ won, or Daniel Bryan, really. And then I was like, dude, it would be awesome if like the Fiend came out at number 30, like all the lights went out, and then he showed up in the middle and just wrecked house and got rid of like 10 dudes. But of course, no, he's lit on fire and ain't coming back. Like, what the fuck, dude? Really?
Yeah, he's won the
That's the
Rumble
one
twice.
thing that I hate. I'm like, they got rid of the best things in wrestling right now is the Fiend and Alexa's stuff. They got rid of both of them, and they didn't even have a whiff of it.
Edge has won
It's
the
like,
Rumble
dude,
twice
come on,
now.
man. Oh, okay. So that's what I thought. I thought he won it once before because I know that the
and
other
he's
one,
the
I think he went
third to
against John
win
Cena
it from
for.
the number one spot.
Oh yeah, because I think the only other people was Shawn Michaels and then
Chris Benoit.
Stone Cold, I think.
Yeah, in
Oh, Chris
2004.
Benoit. Shit.
And Shawn Michaels did it in 1995.
Oh, was Rey Mysterio like number 2 or 3 or something? I think it was like number 2 or something when he won. It was like either number 2 or number 3. Huh?
Oh.
No, when Rey Mysterio won. I think it was like number 2 or number 3 or something. But anyway, so that was the disappointing one. I mean, not saying that it's a bad thing that Edge wins, but like as I keep saying on this podcast, what are you gonna fucking do with dudes 10 years from now if you keep giving the fucking the title runs or like the title matches for your main card to part-timers, to guys that don't really need the title? Like, Edge has probably had like 5 or 6 reigns with the WWE Championship, has had the tag titles like numerous times, like probably 10 or 11 times. He's probably had all the titles like 20 times, maybe. So why does he need to go against?
Yeah,
why
my
did
worry
he need
with
to
this
win the
is that
Royal
they're
Rumble?
going to go the path
Like
of Drew losing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Edge and Orton for the title. Ooh, buddy. Ooh,
that's
that's
just my
exactly
concern
what I'm
because
looking
that's
forward
what
to.
it seems like, and I think that was a rumor a while back. And that's what. Remember when Randy?
Oh yeah, like that. I
when
think
Randy
that's what we were
Orton
talking about
won
a couple of months
originally,
ago.
that was like
when they
the reasoning was that it was going to set up Edge and Orton at WrestleMania for the title, and I'm like, come on. We saw him twice last year. You're almost rehashing Wrestle. Like, to me, I hope it doesn't turn out WrestleMania 37 as WrestleMania what they wanted for WrestleMania 36, because it's going to the same place it was going to be at.
Yeah, it seems kind of weird knowing that they're redoing exactly what they were going to do the year before.
Again.
I was like, so they're doing pirate theme shit
this year, yeah, this year, yeah.
Really? Are they doing 2 nights again? And it's not going to be any matches that I care about, really. I mean, like, it's going to be King Corbin versus Riddle or some shit, and then it's Elias versus Hardy or some shit. Well, excuse me. I would much rather see Sheamus versus Drew rather than Edge versus Drew or Edge versus Orton, or, it's like, oh man, I'm not looking forward to what they're doing for WrestleMania. I hope I'm wrong.
I said the same thing. I hope I'm wrong really too,
but like, if anything,
it just seems like we're not. We've been fairly accurate this year in terms of what we've predicted, in terms of what they were going to do and what they weren't.
Yeah. And then things that would be way cooler if they just did a certain other thing. Ugh. But I guess now that we're done talking about the men's Royal Rumble match, I guess we're going to end this one, I guess, and
What did
get
he
ready
like
for the
about
Nia
the?
Jax episode.
I didn't even-
Where, oh, yeah, what should Elaine was thinking about the match, too. I forgot. I didn't even... My bad.
Oh, no,
I'm
I
so used
wasn't that interested. I was like messing on my phone more than really watching it, to be honest with you.
And that's the sad thing too, because the Royal Rumble matches are usually awesome, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like certain pay-per-views are always usually the best out of the year. It's like the Survivor Series is usually consistent for me now. The Royal Rumble, sometimes WrestleMania, sometimes not all the time. Like last year's WrestleMania was pretty good, but like all in all, but like and then I'm trying to think, Money in the Bank, and then really that's it. I mean,
Well,
like
I mean, I'm not a Randy
maybe
Orton.
SummerSlam, but
Yeah.
like maybe SummerSlam, but SummerSlam's been hit or miss sometimes too.
Well,
So
I'm not a Randy Orton fan, so
yeah,
that
I
would be
definitely am tired of seeing Randy Orton.
a big nah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
certain people, I'm just like, it's kind of sad for me to say, hey, I wish you were injured so I don't see you on TV. And that's like King Corbin. And I don't watch Raw and SmackDown all the time. But when I see him coming in the Rumble, I'm like, fucking get out of here. Get eliminated like right now. I'm just, no. He's got true Xbox heat for me right now. And I used to love him when he was doing his lone wolf shit and everything. And then when he came out with the biker music and shit, that was dope. But then this shit where he comes out and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm an asshole," you know. No,
Yeah, you're
leave
talking
me
about
alone.
Corbin, right?
Yeah, I could probably do a whole episode on how much I get shit on fucking Corbin. Good God. I'm just talking about how fucking boring he is. Like his ring gear is boring. His bald head is boring. You know, like even his moves that he does over and over again.
I
I'm
mean, the
just like,
one where he
fuck,
slides and he
John
runs
Cena, leave
around
me
the
alone.
turnbuckle and he comes back in the ring and does the clothesline.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like they do it so fucking
Yeah, he couldn't do it during
now.
the Royal Rumble
so
because
often. I mean, he could have probably fucking did it if he wanted to, you know. But like, really, does anybody want to see that shit? No. I don't want to see the fucking little topsy-turvy lariat that fucking Dean Ambrose did all the damn time. I'm like, the curb stomp I'm totally fine for. I could see him do that a million times. Seth Rollins, right? But certain fucking janky-ass, stupid-ass moves, I don't really care to see like a million times. But whatever. I'm going kind of off on a tangent. But what's it called? Okay, for all that, I guess I hope you guys enjoy the next podcast where we're going to spend a whole however long shitting on fucking Nia Jax on like how unsafe of a worker she is and a bunch of other things. So I got a lot of things to cover on that one. But if you guys like any of the stuff, you can follow our social medias at The Heart of Geek. And on Twitch, it's Heart of Geek. And Facebook and stuff like that. All The Heart of Geek. So if you like any of that shit, or if you want to recommend us any other old school pay-per-views to watch or whatever, just post them on the comments on either the Facebook, Instagram, wherever on our social media. And then we'll probably do it eventually at one point.
Also, let us know what you thought about us having a female on the panel.
Oh, yeah. If you guys want another female to join or Elaine to be part of the cast of characters on this podcast. But for all of us at the Heart of Geek and at the Wrestling with the Willeys podcast, I will talk to you guys in the next podcast.